Hello, I'm Rachel Jones for the Finance News Network. Joining me from the Novatti Group is CEO Peter Cook. Peter, welcome to the network.
Rachel, good afternoon.
So firstly, could we just start with an introduction to your company?
Novatti listed 2 years ago, January 2016. Our market capitalisation is about 40 million at the moment, and actually our top 20 shareholders have about 80% of the company. We're well funded with, at the moment, about $7 million of cash available, and we're heading towards profitability as a near to medium term aim. The company is involved in the large markets of financial services and financial services technology, and we have revenues coming from both technology sales and financial transactions processing.
Now to your first half 18 results. What were the highlights?
So the company turned over in the first half year about $2.3 million, which on a like-for-like basis was about 109% higher than the first half of 2017. Most importantly, and what we're happiest about, is our financial transaction processing revenues increased about eightfold and to just over $500,000, and they're still on a strong growth path. Within the business, we also have strongly been managing our costs. We've brought them down, and yet we've continued to increase both the reach and nature of our revenues.
And now to your business. Can you tell us more about the financial technology sales?
So financial technology sales, we have well-established, robust and scalable technology that's used by both large clients, including Telstra, Cathay Pacific, amongst others, and also for ourselves, we use our own technology for building new types of financial services revenues. Technology used for things such as remittances, topping up mobile phones, a number of, let's call it, banking transaction type services in Africa, Europe, North America, Asia.
And what can you tell me about your transaction processing?
Transaction processing, some is our own brand. So for instance, we have a global service called FlexiPin, which is what they call cash vouchers, distributed in a number of countries in Europe, Canada, Australia, some African countries. We're strongly involved in remittances, both from Australia outbound, inbound to Australia, and also cross-border with between a number of other countries. And then we're particularly engaged with the growth in Chinese commerce between China and Australia, whether it be tourists coming here spending using Alipay and WeChat, online purchases through e-commerce, and increasingly bill payments, Australian bill payments through those Chinese payment methods. So a range of revenue streams that we call financial processing.
And now to your billing services.
So about a year ago, we bought a utility billing company called Basis2. It has got highly predictable recurring type revenues. We've managed to grow that business somewhat and actually continue to extend the operations of the company. A highly predictable and profitable part of our business, and we continue to look for increasing work in the billing and subscription billing space.
Thanks, Peter. You're also just in the process of becoming an authorised deposit-taking institution, or an ADI. How far advanced are you in that process?
Yes, Rachel. So an ADI is essentially a bank licence. The government has recently announced that they're going to allow a restricted bank licence as an innovation or startup approach to bring in new types of banks. So Novatti is well prepared to submit our application for a restricted ADI. But notwithstanding that, further down the track, we wish to apply for a full bank licence. From Novatti's point of view, we've got the core technology to run a bank on that's our own technology that's well proven. We've already got our own compliance teams, and we're used to doing financial services operations and management. We have the capital structure to actually raise the funds that will be necessary for the bank licence, and we've brought on a serious management team to build the business plan so that we can execute that to gain new revenue streams and new client types that aren't being addressed by the current banks.
Last question now, Peter. What are the plans for the next 6 months and longer term?
For the next 6 months, we're going to drive hard on growing our transactions revenue streams. But in parallel, we're incubating new revenue streams and also building the application for our bank licence. So we're a fast-moving business, we're in large growth markets, we're trying to be disruptive and to build these new revenue streams.
Peter Cook, thanks for the update.
Thanks, Rachel.